9, the Honourable Ginny Anderson.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. My question is to the Minister of Police. Does he stand by his response to being asked what is the biggest thing he's done since he took office? Quote, "Oh, I think it's probably the letter of expectation that I put out there for the Commissioner." End quote. If so, why?
The Honourable Costello.
Mr Speaker, on behalf of the Minister of Police, at the time it was said yes. Letters of expectation set a framework and pathway for results that it remains an important document by which I hold the Commissioner to account. As a result of this letter of expectations, police have stood up community beat teams, a national gang unit and soon gang disruption units in districts. There have been no incidents of gang tangi taking over towns and preventing the public going about their lawful business. Legislation will soon empower police to disrupt and disperse gang gatherings, and gang patches will be banned in public places. In the first 5 months of this year, compared with last year, there were 6% less serious assaults resulting in injury, 15% fewer burglaries, 10% fewer aggravated robberies and 10% fewer stabbings. Auckland Council has reported a 35% reduction in crime in the CBD, and Heart of the City is saying there is 50% less retail crime. While levels of retail crime remain unacceptably high, police tell me the rate of increase has halved. And as the member will be aware, in the first 6 months of this year, there was a 14% increase in foot patrols for the same period. There is, of course, more work to do to fix the crime hangover this government inherited, but we are getting on with the job of seeing good progress.
Is he concerned that weekly methamphetamine levels in Auckland have increased by 61% when compared to Q1 of 2023 to Q1 of 2024? And if so, what action is being taken to reduce increasing methamphetamine levels?
Mr Speaker, on behalf of the Minister, there is obviously a lot of work still to be done to bring gang violence, organised crime under control. There is a program of work which includes setting up the national gang units, and more work will continue to proceed in that place. The use of methamphetamine is abhorrent, and we are serious about getting on top of it.
How can he claim to be backing the Frontline if he stands by while Nicole McKee excludes A-category firearms from the Firearms registry?
Mr Speaker, on behalf of the Minister of Police, we are working, as the Minister is, on ensuring that gun safety and the safety of the public is paramount, and we will continue to ensure that is the priority for this legislation.
Will A-category firearms be excluded from the Firearms registry?
Mr Speaker, that is a piece of legislation that has been worked on by the Minister McKee, and that will be part of the process that we're working through.
Point of order, Ronald Winston-Peters.
Mr Speaker, it would occur to you the last two questions should have been asked of the Minister in charge. I mean, why have we... beg your pardon? No, the Minister in charge is the Minister over there, McKee. Is the Minister in charge?
No comment on a point of order.
And I'm asking why she was allowed to carry on when she could have had the chance the next day or today have asked the question of the right Minister, if, of course, she was serious about it.
Well, I think the point is that by asking a Minister a question that might be slightly related but not necessarily the Minister's portfolio, there simply isn't going to be the answer that might otherwise be expected. Ginny Anderson.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. How are New Zealanders meant to feel safer when he has reduced police funding by $108 million, reduced the number of frontline police and cut staff in police by 248 since he took office?
Mr Speaker, as the member will be aware, there has been no reductions to frontline policing, and the public can feel safer because the reality is there has been 14% more foot patrols nationwide, 10% less aggravated robberies, 15% fewer burglaries, 6% fewer serious assaults resulting in injury and 10% fewer stabbings.
Question.